Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard Cisneros at your service. Today I'll be reading the August 21st Daily Inspirational Message, the condensed version. It's 2 paragraphs long. Then I'll center myself, say a little prayer, and then make a few comments on the message. And if you find the message of use, please be so kind as to like the video. Thank you for that. Here we go, the title. Seeing the positive in the negative. Paragraph 1. How many times in our past has something negative, in quotes, happened to us, but later on we realize how the experience helped us become a wiser and more compassionate human being? If that negative experience assisted us in our growth, healing, and awakening process, then was that negative event ever really bad in the first place? Shouldn't we be grateful to our past self for the courage and the determination it took to assist us in becoming who we are today? I know I am. I now know that when I look at my past or younger self, I am grateful for what I went through in order to become my present self. Now, when I go through what my younger self went through, instead of perceiving things in a negative light, thanks to my life experiences, I simply smile and appreciate the process of my growth. Paragraph 2. Today, if we're going through what seems to be a negative experience, let us not continue to dive deeper into the darkness. Instead, let us stop feeding this mindset with our time, focus, and energy. Then, let us repurpose this time to appreciate how much our so-called past negative experiences have been of service to us. Once our present self understands the gifts that the so-called negative past experiences brought to us, we can also begin to comprehend how our current negative experience will also be used by God for good. Once we understand the true nature and gift that every moment offers, even the so-called negative ones, what further need for judging self or others would we have? Now, when such a situation presents itself, we will simply turn the negative into a positive and smile at the ego's effort to take our peace away. All right. Today I'm going to offer 5 points that will hopefully assist both of us in the implementation of today's daily inspiration. Point number 1. Okay. When you're feeling negative, when you're having a negative mindset or having a negative emotion, just look back at your past and those times that you dealt with negative emotions or negative situations, and see how you were able to overcome them. And because you were able to overcome them, you became a more compassionate, forgiving, and kind person. So if you did that in the past, you can do this in the now. So this is one way to remember not to punish yourself for having a negative thought or emotion. Just look back at your past and see how you overcame those things and how that has helped you become a more compassionate, wise, loving, forgiving, merciful, graceful person. That's point number 1. Point number 2, okay. If anything that assists us in learning, in maturing, and becoming more compassionate, caring, should we think about that as negative, as a bad thing? And so only because the ego has programmed us to define certain situations or emotions as negative, don't believe in what the ego is selling you, because it will only sink you into swampland and make you feel worse and worse. Instead, remember all you have learned from your experiences. And if you've learned and become a more compassionate person and you've matured because of it, is it really negative? Okay. Point number 3. If we can learn to see the positive in the negative, the wisdom, and all the lessons learned, the purpose within the pain. Should we not be grateful to our brothers and sisters who triggered us into having those negative thoughts or emotions? If those negative thoughts and emotions simply helped us become this more self-aware human being that we are today, should we not be grateful to our brothers and sisters for being present in our life to offer us those triggers, to help us practice seeing where we do not want to go anymore? We do not want to judge anymore because it never delivers to us peace. We do not want to be resentful and hateful. We don't want to be anxious or worried or fearful. And so if through their presence in our life, if they're helping us see that, then let us offer gratitude to all those the ego has condemned and cursed. That's point number 3. Point number 4. If we can shift our mindset from that judgmental place, from that place of condemning to a place of gratitude, wouldn't we be able to make peace with our past? Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing if we can shift that negativity and how the ego tries to entrap us in those thoughts and shift it into a positive mindset, into a healing, growth, and awakening process? Wouldn't that bring us more of a level of peace in our lives? And wouldn't we then be able to become a beacon of peace for others by our reactions to what seems to be happening? If that, whatever that is that seems to be happening seems to be negative, if we're at peace and centered, then that negative thing will not have an effect on us, because we know that sooner or later we're going to grow from this. That's point number 4. And the final point number 5. Recall, when you're stuck in that negative mindset, recall that you have co-designed your journey with the divine, with perfection, with a capital P. And so your journey must be perfect for you. Even those so-called negative thoughts and emotions, in some way, shape, or form, they're going to help you grow, heal, and awaken. And so, because perfection co-designed the journey with you, it must be perfect for you. So don't punish yourself when you're there. Just recognize that you're somewhere within your heart and mind where you do not belong. Also, remember, God is perfect love. God would never send you an experience or offer you an experience that you could not handle and overcome to make you a better person. And so know that whatever that experience you're having is, God knows that you will be able to get through it. And so don't judge yourself for being in that place, in that state of mind. Instead, know that because it's occurring in your life and someone who's much wiser than us is in charge, that we will get through this and we will use it for good. Just like God uses everything for good. And finally, I want to say, when you're having that negative thought, negative emotion, you know how the ego wants to put you down for that. Wants you to tell yourself, well, I guess you haven't been seeing enough videos of X or Y individual, or reading enough spiritual books, or you're not wise enough, or you haven't done the work. The ego always wants to put you down, because that's the ego's little trickery. It has you think negative thoughts, then it has you judge yourself for having negative thoughts, and it puts you down for that. But that's not what we're here for. We're not here to add darkness to darkness. We are here to be the light of the world that God created us to be in our own unique ways. And by doing so, light the way for others to the truth in them, the light in them. And so if God is trusting you with this situation, then have faith in yourself. Have faith that you will get through this. that you will accomplish what you have come here to do, that you cannot fail having co-designed your journey with the divine. And that's point number 5. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very much, and God willing, we will see each other tomorrow. Peace.